doing more Kingsfield here?
Yeah, Kingsfield.
Master?
Holy Ark
That's
has
my
towns and
Kingsfield, yes.
stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
Kingsfield.
right. I remember Holy Ark. But,
Yeah, apparently someone got the one of the
Bernie
translators.
Stoller is in the credits! Ha ha!
Yeah, he was the president of Sega of America.
I guess you're right. I mean, he has to be in the credits, right? Like, and also the Japanese people who are on loan to Sega USA, their names are in English, but
Yeah,
Are you ready for the after credit scene?
Yeah, I'm getting an ad with Jeff Goldblum. It makes me mad.
okay.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna add too. Oh.
Jeff Goldblum. He's all talking about.
Bartmans.com.
It's happening.
Yeah.
Shh, 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 shh. Wait, they went back to the Panzer Dragoon language.
Is that why they switched languages halfway through the game? Because you're the protag?
Okay, robot lady.
Okay, what if I told you the final boss of this Armored Core game is like some sort of ancient technology craft that flies real fast?
Excellent.
Now you may be thinking, Braden, isn't that every Armored Core final boss?
Hey, Braden, isn't that every final Armored Core final boss?
You're right, it is. Series tradition, baby.
That because From has very few original ideas.
Listen, the final boss of a Souls game is either the hardest thing you've ever fought, or it's an old guy who's about to die. Sometimes it's both.
Okay.
I mean, Nashandra wasn't that hard.
Is that it?
I'm specifically thinking about Gearman.
Now you need to save your game.
Also, I consider Aldia to be the real final boss of Dark Souls 2.
Okay.
Never actually fought Aldia. I need to actually go do that at some point.
Okay. What? What?
Yeah, your spiritual
Again.
closeness rating is 84.
Okay.
Pretty good.
I lived the adventure of a lifetime. What?
Yeah, that's the message it gives you, I assume, when you get all of the secrets.
I got... Okay.
You got a different photo than I did.
Uh-huh.
So you technically just unlocked the
Debug version of the
minigames.
game?
No, there's a bunch of mini games you've unlocked.
I love mini games.
If you save and load the game, there's a mini game called the box game. There's a time attack version of the fight with the military base, and then there's a race. But none of them are worth doing.
Let's...
Cool.
You also have
Exactly.
to physically leave the tower to access the mini games.
Yeah, I
no.
hate to do a time attack in this game. That sounds like the best.
What? No. How about no?
Yeah, they're not worth doing. They just exist.
No. I can't, I know for a fact that I can't just bop out, right?
Yeah, you have
Okay.
to like go to the first floor and then get to the exit and then leave. It's not.
you
it's not easy.
goddamn
sounds-
evil people.
It sounds like it's time to turn off your Saturn.
Yeah, you should turn off your Saturn.
It
raid
was only
Warcaster.
fantasy.
So the only
That's a
thing
ghost!
that you, the only thing you get out of leaving here is when you go to camp, instead of it being Edge, like it's something else.
What this
Oh,
ghost?
it's the girl. I can already tell it's the girl on the fucking dragon.
No, it's not that.
What is it?
Unless, yeah, I don't know. It might be. For me, it definitely wasn't the girl and the dragon. It was something else. But for all I know,
What
it could be the girl and the dragon because you got a higher clear rate than I did.
Spooky
What
ghost.
was it?
I mean, I was a lizard.
Well, everybody, I'm glad that I did not witness what I witnessed by
That's a lizard man!
myself.
Not a lizard man, just a
Ah,
lizard. Like an
he's
actual
just-
lizard.
He's just throwing
Okay.
fireballs at me.
So we've got a real treat to come
Ah,
after me.
God.
We've got Borgmaster playing the very first Kingsfield because, you know, people are playing
Ah,
Armored Core.
Frick.
And that's why he's screaming in the background.
What the
I can turn
Fuck,
the
piece of-
Saturn off.
son of a...
I
Hey,
can
what
turn
the
the
fuck?
Mednafin
Ah,
off.
God.
I mean,
You could turn the Saturn off in real
Ow,
life.
that
you
hurt.
can't turn off the Saturn in our hearts.
but
Mendefin, I can't get over the fact that Mendefin sounds like a prescription medicine.
It probably is.
Medifin sounds
Okay,
like
so-
a Zelda character.
also, just to clarify, Borgmaster, this is your first time playing a Kingsfield game ever.
Yes.
Okay. So this is like what we would say a blind playthrough.
Did I put that in the tag?
Sure.
You should have.
Uh,
Known Dark Souls lover
Uh,
Borgmaster is playing Kingsfield.
I think that was good. That was a good game. I think that there are times when that game doesn't know what its best attributes are, but it was good. I enjoyed my time with
Are
Panzer
you
Dragoon
saying that
Saga.
there's perhaps a world where it was successful and had a very
If that
good
thing had
sequel
if
people
that
could
thing
consider-
had been made available on the Dreamcast, more people would have played it, and more people would be talking about Panzer Dragoon in a positive light. I want to thank everyone, especially those of you that rated me from Rio. Please hit follow. I'd greatly appreciate it. I do weird stuff usually on Sunday. I did it on Saturday today because I will be going to a family gathering and then immediately recording a podcast. All right. For now, I'm going to raid Borgmaster. Goodbye. All right. Now I need to remember to hit stop stream this time.
Oh,
Yeah,
so you
that
don't want to
helps.
stream for an extra 13
The
hours?
depressing thing is that
Uh.
as a result of that, my my stream stats came out, and it's like you averaged 0.5 people, and that was
Yeah,
such a-
it just
That's
like
rough, buddy.
completely fucks up your ratios.
yeah. So, anyways, that's a ghost, and those are the Little Shop of Horrors guys, right?
I know that the ghosts are weak to magic, but I'm out of magic. Oh, sucks be me.
But yeah,
Is
I
that-
don't know, man. I feel like as surprising and shocking as the ending is for that, it's kind of like as Justin said, it's like other games had done it.
Well,
It was also kind of it was an established trope in certain parts of science fiction.
my point was that since video games are an interactive medium, it's inevitable that someone was going to do that. I don't care how established the trope was done, someone was going to think that and do it.
Yeah, I honestly can't think of another video game that has done it aside from like
Metal
maybe
Gear
the Nier
Solid
game.
2.
Oh yeah, I suppose that was one, wasn't it?
All right,
Although it did it more
can I hit the
eloquently.
ghost?
So,
I hit the ghost. I think I can. Get out of here, ghost. No one wants you. Well, you're a
So
ghost.
is that literally just a sheet, a transparent sheet?
Yes.
yes.
Hey, transparency was impressive in 1995.
Yeah, but like the fact that they made it an actual
1994,
like sheet
thank
of
you.
cloth.
I was about to say, was this 94? 'Cause I
This was-
thinking
Yeah,
it
this was
gonna
the
be
This was
PlayStation only one.
December 16th, 1994. One of the first 20 games for the PlayStation.
And it's pre-Quake.
So, like, as
As Borgmaster reminded me yesterday, that game is contemporaneous with Elder Scrolls Arena and System Shock 1.
Yeah,
What, this game?
this
Yeah.
game. Yeah.
Kingsfield?
This
I-
this
I
is
mean,
one of
in that-
those post Ultima Underground games. That's like, oh
in
hey,
that
we can do this.
context- In that context, this is kind of amazing.
Like they did everything in polygonal in this game, which
you know what? I
was
just
nuts.
want to say though, like, of this style of game, I still think that Ultima Underground
Underworld.
Underworld is much more playable.
Probably.
You have
But,
to get used to its weird ass controls, but yeah.
Ah. Okay. Take that. You have to do like a running swing to all these mobs.
So I think we can all agree that the greatest. No, I'm just kidding. I was gonna say something that was gonna make multiple
Me.
people angry.
Then do it.
Yeah, go ahead. Make my day.
Make me angry.
Do it.
What you got to bring up? I know you're not too afraid to. You've done it before.
No, I'm just saying if I wanted to play a dungeon crawl first-person experience from the 90s, it's not exactly perfect, but what if we played Descent?
Hey, Descent's good.
Yeah,
Descent's
Descent's
That's a
a great
first-person shooter.
Descent is a
but
classic.
It's basically a spaceship dungeon crawl.
And Doom
Yeah,
is
it is.
also a
I was about to
dungeon
say,
crawler.
Doom. Like,
Oh man, do I need to
Doom-
be here?
You could make the argument that Doom is a dungeon crawler.
You know,
I don't need to be here.
I've looked it up multiple times, and there's basically no easy solution. Like, no one's been able to get it to work. But basically, Doom RPG is lost to time. It's lost media.
Oh,
people
it was so
have
good.
recreated it.
They recreated it, but it's not.
They haven't made a cell phone emulator that can just play it.
Cell
Does
phone
they-
emulation is weird.
Listen, there are absolutely ways to play an approximation of Doom RPG.
That's a lot of dirtbag.
Yeah, if it's and as far as cell phone emulation goes, if it's not Android based, it's not really good.
Very slowly creeping towards me. This tree. There's a
Yeah, but
ID guy over
yeah,
there.
but it attacks fast.
Oh, you know,
Um,
everything attacks faster than you. That's why you have to do a running lunge and retreat from everything. That's literally the only way to do the combat. Just minimize the amount of time you're within attack range.
Almost like a fighting game.
I guess. Probably not on purpose though.
I mean, I don't think any of this is on purpose.
Yeah, so it's kind of hard to find information on the development of this game.
So it's worth remembering, this was, I believe, FromSoft's first video game.
It was their first video game.
And before this, they had been making BizDev software.
I kept seeing agricultural management software come up.
Yeah, sure.
Oh,
And
Oh, I got him. Crap.
did you? Look.
But
I actually think that Mike Minotti has been a positive addition, but I just saw what that man is playing right now.
What was he
Fun.
doing?
He's playing Extreme Beach Volleyball,
yeah.
Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball, and
so,
he's
so
gotten,
good game.
Yeah,
Maybe he's having fun.
the original?
Are you
Yes.
gonna shame him?
and
So yeah, at least
I
that's
forgot
cultured. At least,
I forgot how the boobs move around in the original.
yeah, no. I've looked at a woman before. I'm pretty sure that's not how boob work.
I can confirm that's not how boobs work.
I'm not judging. Whatever he wants to do with his time.
No, he's like he's done a recurring bit with his streams where it's like basically homework edition of Grub Club or Blight Club, where he's like, I'm gonna test out games that you think that we should play for Blight Club. When it's my turn, I might pick one of your games.
Yeah, run away. Run away, you piece of crap. Get back here.
It turns out
God.
that first Extreme Beach Volleyball is just a kind of like decent
No,
arcade
it's just
beach
like a
volleyball
mediocre
game.
volleyball game with titties.
Yeah,
The
basically.
second game that came out in the PSP is absolute dog shit.
Wait, but second,
But
wait,
isn't
there's
that
also
the
a
one,
360
is
game.
that
Isn't
the
there?
volleyball
360
one,
one.
or is that the one where they just removed all? They're just like, no, this is literally you need to look at the girls and that's it.
It's a mixture of both. It also has a bunch of mini games. Look, that game
Yeah, like
got
eventually
banned in
it
certain
stopped
parts
being
of the
Dead or
country,
Alive
and I needed.
Extreme Beach Volleyball and just became
So,
Dead or Alive
look,
Extreme.
I'm just saying that game got banned, and I was curious, and so I had to. I wanted to know, so I played that game. It
It
turns
was
out
banned
it's
in
most-
Australia because it shows underage girls.
No, I mean,
So you did that game?
look, that game's mostly mini games. Is also the thing.
Oh no.
And
Oh,
it's
yeah.
a visual novel. It's a dating visual novel.
As you do. I just gotta respawn.
I still think the funniest thing about the Dead or Alive franchise is when they show a character that more or less looks like an adult woman, then they say, "Oh, she's 16."
Yeah.
It's like, why did you do that? What why?
You know why?
You,
Can't just say she's 18.
you know exactly why they
Listen.
did that.
When they added Hinoka and Marie Rose to DOA, you knew what they were doing.
Yeah, but they say Marie Rose is 18, and like Marie Rose doesn't look 18. Marie Rose looks the opposite of 18.
What's the opposite of 18? Negative 18?
12.
81.
Marie Rose looks like she's 12.
Isn't she also a robot?
I mean, I have no idea. I don't
That
follow
makes
the
it-
Dead
that
or
makes it
Alive
so
lore.
much
Well,
better.
why not?
Fame Douglas.
Fame Douglas.
Anyway, so do we?
No, I'm thinking of someone else. Anyways,
Alright,
Maybe we're
I-
all robots in the Dead or Alive world.
Maybe the world is a vampire.
Okay,
the
so
world
Ryu
is a vampire, and I saw a lot of episodes of Deadliest Catch.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how the song goes.
Cool, good for you.
Wasn't that the song? No, that's the fucking Guns N' Roses song. What,
Yeah,
which
de-
song?
it's,
which
Dead or Alive.
which television show played "The World Is a Vampire"?
I don't know.
Television.
I don't watch
show.
television.
What's a television?
Yeah, what is that?
There's a guy here. Hi,
The
guy.
World.
Wait, there's
I'm
people
Eric.
that talk to you in
Gil's
this video game?
Yeah, if you. Gil says
Yes.
you're looking for the commander. If so, you'll need to go even lower. Though it seems there's some
Intro
trouble down there.
song.
Okay. This guy's just hanging
So I
out,
wanna-
not dying.
Whale Wars. Okay.
I want
right.
to figure out what is this room?
It's a hidey hole, I guess. I just like hung out here so he doesn't get murdered.
I was thinking of a different boat-based reality
Put a
television
door here
show.
and
It
put up a
was
cross that
Whale
says I live here now?
Wars.
Well, the cross is a save point, so cross is probably already there
Oh, okay.
because this is a tomb area, so
So he didn't bring the cross.
probably already there.
Like he didn't like put it on the wall and nail it up there and was like, "This is where I live now."
No, because the barracks for the garrison is on the first floor, but most of the garrison went down to the lower floors to look for a thing. And spoiler, they all get murdered. And so I
I
come
mean,
across their
this is-
bodies, and then that
Yeah,
guy.
this is made by the people who made the Dark Souls game, so I assume everyone just dies.
Yeah. All right. Oh God, this guy again. Nope. Nope. I'm gonna go back to the first floor and restock on healing items and MP. I'm playing this game very conservatively.
Lizard been racist?
They shoot fireballs at you. That's not natural.
So does Ryu. Are you saying Ryu is not a human being?
Are you accusing Ryu of being a lizard?
All right, look, man. There's a podcast I listen to. All right. It's got a lot of answers.
You know, I'm sick
You know
of,
why
of
Ryu
Mr. Jones
is
accusing
a
Ryu
lizard man.
Hayabusa of being a lizard man.
You do believe that Ryu is a part of the lizard people fucking conspiracy? The New World Order?
He is the New World Order.
The Hayabusa clan is actually in control with the Bilderberg group.
I have video evidence of Ryu Hayabusa being blue. Are
Wait.
humans blue? They're not supposed to be.
Wait, Ryu's last name is Hayabusa?
Wait, I thought
Yes.
that was the Ninja
The
Gaiden
ninja.
guy.
I thought that was the ninja dude,
That's Ninja Man.
Yeah,
That's who
that's what we're
Not-
talking about.
not like the fighting game. dude.
No, like the Street Fighter guy. What we
Yeah.
were talking about.
Although Ryu Hayabusa also in the Dead or Alive games.
Yes.
Wait,
Oh,
wait. I
right.
thought you were talking about Ryu from Street Fighter. Because
I was
fireballs.
talking about Ryu from Street Fighter 2, and then they started saying Hayabusa.
So
Listen, I just made the Blue Man Group connection so I could make the Alex Jones joke. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, you could have done gay fish joke.
you
Alex
could have
Jones.
done anything else.
I mean,
So-
that would be a South Park thing, I think.
Do I need or I don't need this.
Listen, you know, RFK Jr.
Uh-huh.
has some theories about how they're putting the antidepressants are making the fish depressed and gay or whatever.
I mean, I don't want the fish to be depressed. But if they were... Wait, how could the antidepressants make the fish depressed? Wouldn't it do the opposite?
It's destroying our natural rivers.
It's of our unnatural rivers.
Why does that... already forget the name. Did you say RFK?
RFK
yeah,
Jr.
RFK
Yeah.
Jr. His daddy. He thinks his dad was killed by the CIA.
Okay, so that guy, why does he want the fish to be sad?
It's conspiracy. Listen, it's what they don't want you to know.
Yeah, it's all conspiracy. It goes all the way to the top. Talked on healing up. If that's enough.
Is that a human?
Yeah, this is a guy. He's a shopkeeper. There's 2 shops on the first floor here. This is
Like, is that-
Mr. Light.
Is that a human? Is that a human face?
Oh, yeah, it's supposed to be. Yeah, look at this guy. Look at him. Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's supposed to be a guy. Look, man, polygons are hard. All right?
I mean, obviously, yeah.
I think the part that's freaking me out are the weird
The
dots
eyes.
that are supposed to be the eyes, and they're literally like 1 pixel big.
Well, that's racist. So anyway, so I don't think anyone actually knows why FromSoft is called FromSoft.
They're from software.
Yeah, but like, there's no like officially documented a reason for Natoshi Zen to call it that, which is fun. But yeah, apparently, at least from what I read, or was able to find, the guy got into like a motorcycle accident in like the mid '80s, and then used his insurance money to start a company. That was from
Oh,
software.
yeah.
They did a
I-
bunch of business applications
I think
for a
that
while.
Braden knows the story, but do you know the story of why Anno was given carte blanche with Neogenis Evangelion?
Because you've told me the story like 3 times.
Yes.
It's
It's because basically they did a producer where they were banking on him having a mental breakdown, or the show would be super unpopular because it would, based off of the script, it's like, there's no way anyone would watch this show. And so they bought an insurance policy banking on the show not making its money back. And then it was the most popular show even after they got to the final episodes. And then they got caught doing insurance fraud.
I love
I
insurance
hate to
fraud.
see it.
That's a mummy.
But yeah, that studio originally met Anno and
Gainax,
his original pitch for Gainax, yeah, and
Anno founded Gainax.
no, but the CEO,
Yeah.
not the bigwigs, the people with the monies,
Gravestone.
not the actual creators of Gainax, like the money guys. They were like, Anno, fine, you'll get your money. Ha ha ha. We're gonna insure this so as that when it fails, we'll make a killing.
Got
Oh,
the,
They tried to produce it, basically.
got the boots.
With the fur.
All right, so there's no poisoned bog in this game, but there are poisoned holes in the ground.
You know, they didn't have enough polygons to render a whole bog.
Yeah.
Also, this was their first game, so the tradition hadn't quite set in yet.
Hidetaka Miyazaki didn't join the company until the early 2000s.
That is true. But apparently he was a fan of this game. Exactly. Like
Yeah.
he played this game and was like, oh wow, this is cool. I like this. This is my thing entirely.
And then he made one game that launched from software into superstardom and became the president of the company.
Something like that. I just saw a skill.
That's the thing, though, is like From Software was like, and to a certain degree, to this day, like they were mercenaries. They're like, oh, you want to pay us to make an Xbox multiplayer-focused mech game while we're also making another Armored Core game? Yeah, sure, Microsoft, we'll take your money. We'll call it Chrome Hounds.
Yeah, they were they're mech developers first and foremost. Ah, what's going on?
They made multiple Gundam games.
Ow. What's that?
They made the game where you're the president in a mech suit.
Yeah!
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm glad they
good
made
game.
that. That was pretty good.
That was a good game. Yeah, so anyway, so after spending like most of a decade developing agricultural software or something, one of the developers there was messing around with some 3D rendering software on his PC-98. And because everyone in the office were wizardry nerds, they decided to make a game. and they went to
You
Sony
have to-
because of the processing power. PlayStation, I guess, something like that.
Yeah. Also, CD-ROM technology was just made it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It probably would have been CD-ROM technology instead of processing power because
Okay, yeah, I believe that.
even compared to other things at the time, PlayStation was lagging behind a little bit in processing power, but everybody else wanted to use
Like
cartridges.
that's the one positive thing you can say about the N64 is that the cartridge flash-based memory actually did processing very well. It was the CD-ROM amount of data on it. And hey, the weird thing is that turns out that maybe there was something to flash cartridge-based memory in the first place.
I mean, there was, but like
Because we're kind of going back to that shit, to this.
they needed space. They needed
Needed
space.
space.
And back then, flash memory did not provide all that much space.
Yeah, but like
Like
It's
the
like
weird thing is like the alarms in technology and memory, they were already sounding the alarms like you can keep going the hard disk drive route, but like, yo, there's this thing that we're researching and developing called the SSD, and you might want to help us out on this one.
but SSDs didn't get reasonably
Oh yeah,
sized
they didn't get
until, like, the
reasonably very well.
2010s.
And then like there was
And then the cost didn't
Yeah.
get reasonable until recently.
yeah.
Also like
Even now, we'd still say they're a little
even
bit
now,
pricey.
like if you want a terabyte hard drive, you might as well just get a hard
If you
disk
want
drive.
mass storage right now, you can go
WD
buy
is
an HDD, you can
terabyte
go buy an
plus-
HDD
Yeah,
for
absolutely.
a ridiculously
Like-
cheap price.
And they get the job done. If you just want storage, like
I mean, yeah, absolutely.
and like the other thing is like everybody was when SSDs got really good, everyone's like, "Oh my god, the hard disk drive was gonna die," and then like all of the
No, it's
enterprise server people were like, "Absolutely not, fuck you."
No.
Could you imagine?
Oh,
Yeah,
and
there's
what-
no way.
No, no.
The
And-
like
well, no,
servers,
hold on.
NAS
Before you-
technology is never gonna switch from. Disk drive.
Okay, let's slow down for a minute. Hard disk drives are definitely way cheaper for way more storage, but like at work we have multiple servers that consist entirely of SSDs. Like, that is not an unheard of thing, and it's very common.
But the lay person still benefits from they're good. They're getting good. Also, I'm glad that we're starting to live in a world where there's more competition for the storage situation with the Xbox Series S X. Seems like those alternate cards from WD are more affordable and in some ways better than the Seagate cards.
The cards that they originally rolled out were always they were overpriced. Like those things are proprietary just so that Microsoft can charge more for them. So that
Which
was
sucks because that was like one of the best things about
Yeah.
the previous like the Xbox One, which is hook it up, you're good.
And also like it's been fairly easy to replace the hard drives in Sony's products for a while now, hasn't it?
For the PS3
Like,
You
was
still have to
PS5
the disassemble and the reassembly process can be intimidating.
But
for
the
people.
PS5 isn't. You don't have to disassemble that much.
It is not that hard.
I've only ever done it on the PS3, and it wasn't that bad. It was fairly
I
painless.
think the PS3
I-
was the easiest of all.
I thought that the 360, like, hey, just hook up a USB external hard drive and you can do whatever you want.
You can
Well, it's
also
also
take the
Xbox
hard
One.
drive-
Like,
The
it-
Xbox.
The Xbox
Yeah,
One
the
and
Switch
Xbox
basically
Series
had
X.
the same. Sorry, not the Switch.
Yeah, the
Wii
Switch
U.
is easy.
The 360's hard drive thing, it was actually just a module on the side of the 360. Like, we're all used to seeing that shape of it, but you
Yeah.
could pop off the side of that thing, and it was the hard drive.
I somehow survived the 360 with just a 20 gigabyte hard drive.
I
Stock hard drive.
I eventually bought a 250 gig drive, and I don't know how I got the last few years
yes,
without it.
I lived that way and I regret it.
Because you deleted all your save data like me.
What is this thing?
It's a golem.
They're big
Not
boys.
quite, but-
There's a lot of them.
No, at some
This
point
is
I
like a
moved all
really
my
good
saves
one.
over to a
So yeah, that's kind of what you want to do
a
here
USB
is
stick, and then I
just
lost the USB
kite
stick.
one at a time.
Yeah. Oh, why am I stuck? Was there one in the corner?
Because they can
Uh,
do the same thing as you.
But I eventually bought the 250 gig for the Xbox 360.
There's people
One of
out
those
there
weird,
that bought
one of these weird
360s
things that
without
I
a hard
sometimes
drive.
think about, like, man, how unacceptable was it? Is like the 360 not launching with built-in Wi-Fi, and you had to buy that dongle, the Wi-Fi adapter.
I connected my 360 to my PC via Ethernet, and then
Yeah.
plugged the wireless adapter to the PC, and then bridged the connections, and that worked
Look,
sometimes.
and I would tell you as someone who
I
was
love the
living with their
answer to that.
parents,
It works sometimes.
as someone who was living with their parents during much of the 360's lifespan, I was allowed to play my 360 in a room where I couldn't hardwire Ethernet. And so Wi-Fi was the only option.
Yeah,
That
no,
sounds like a skill issue.
yeah, I was using Wi-Fi, but it was a roundabout way. I had to route it through a computer. That was a pain in the butt.
Well, it was more or less like it was a fairly pricey even then
Yeah, it was
adapter,
like $100.
and it was proprietary, and there were no alternates. So y'all gonna get a PlayStation Portable? The Portal?
I had
Portal?
one. Oh, Portal. Not a
I was about to
PSP.
say, I already have one. Are you talking about the
yeah, the
PS5
PSP.
thing?
Oh. What about PSP?
Yeah, the PSP, the PlayStation Portal.
Yeah.
Yeah, the PlayStation Portal, yes.
I just assume it's Jim Ryan being like, why would anyone ever want to play a PSP game when we have the exciting world of PlayStation Portal?
God damn it.
The way
bet
these
someone
golems
will
die
take that
is
thing.
very funny.
Nobody's buying this console of ours that's very good, so let's
Oh, by the way, that
cobble
fire is
together
not
the
polygonal.
parts.
Well,
Like
bro,
the
it's
fire?
me, Jim Ryan from Xbox.
Yeah, that's right, isn't it? The fire in those braziers.
Yeah, that's probably Sprite. Okay, so they knew how to use sprites. Why is everything a polygon in this game?
Because it's the future.
Yeah, the future
Uh,
is now, old
It was
man.
kind of impressive.
Like, I really think
This is
that
the
they
part.
didn't know what they were doing.
I do.
What?
They were making a game with polygons that looked good on a screenshot of in Famitsu.
Yeah, but like, Sony didn't even believe in this game that much.
Would you rather, Borgmaster,
No.
would you rather
I'd rather
play
not.
a game that like has a very rudimentary 3D like this, or would you go the FMV route like Stone Keep?
I mean, I do like FMV.
Oh, have you not played Stone Keep?
Probably not.
Stonekeep seems like something that Interplay would have tried to port to the PlayStation, but couldn't because Interplay was a incompetent, poorly run company.
But
Even when Brian Fargo was still in charge.
Ah, so that's a death hole.
man,
Okay.
Especially when
how
Brian
would you,
Fargo was still in
Brayden?
charge.
How would you describe the look of Stone Keep?
Stonekeep is a game that came out in 1995 that looks like it should have come out in 1993.
Hey.
And also, the weird thing is even though that they spent a stupid amount of money on that game, it didn't do well. It spawned a ridiculous number of clones that kind of moved CRPGs back to FMV for a weird period.
Cool. Love to see
Yeah,
it.
it has digitized actors.
Yeah, I'd love to see it.
And also pre-rendered like backdrops. So the tile sets for all the dungeons are like
It's not a good game. I don't.
no, it's not. One might say it's dubious.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Wow, you're gonna get some shit for that because the people who like
Who?
Stone Keep.
Who are people?
There are people who
those
like
people?
Stone Keep.
Who
Why
are
are
the
you
people?
yelling at
I-
me? Why are you yelling at me?
'Cause it's
I'm
fun.
yelling
Go
at
to
you
GOG.
because those people
go-
aren't real.
go-
You're
go
making
to
up
GOG.
a person.
No, go to GOG. That game
will.
averages 4.5.
That doesn't
And there
mean
are peop-
anything. Every
there are
game
people-
on GOG has good reviews.
Brayden, I am merely mentioning the fact. Let me talk.
Alright, so anyway, Kingsfield. So did y'all know
There are people.
why this is called
that-
Kingsfield? I found out. I found out why it's called Kingsfield.
Why?
Why?
It's alright, what's the are any of you watching this on Twitch?
Yes.
I am.
Alright, what's the title of the video?
Turns out Kingsfield is a golf course.
There
They
you
named it after
go.
a golf course.
Yes.
That's not the worst thing.
They named it after a golf course, huh?
Uh-huh.
I mean, it still works pretty well as a fantasy dungeon crawler.
Works pretty well is a strong sentiment for this game.
Listen, man, fantasy stuff has had some stupid names in the past.
Oh, you mean the name? I thought they meant the gameplay.
Listen, Immortals of Avum exists.
And that's
It's
a
out.
Western
You can
game.
purchase it in stores. No one bought it.
There's multiple lizard men in here. Ah, it's a fireball! Ah, fuck this. Alright, another restock run, because I probably need magic. Oh, I'm a high soldier now. Yeah, I know. Stop.
Is that because you keep eating those herbs?
Yeah, because I keep taking damage. This game is supposed to be a pain in the ass. This is based off of design standards from the P88 era. Like, it's supposed to be a bad time, where if you're not careful, you get
You
murdered.
played a PC-88 game, Braden?
I played Ys.
Oh, right.
Close enough.
Technically, we played Ys.
I did not know that was a PC-88 game.
Original.
Oh, it certainly
originally, yeah.
is.
So that's not
It's
the
also an
version.
everything else game at this point.
Yeah. Basically every Japanese-made RPG, except for like Dragon Quest and Final Fantasy, were at that time.
So the bad ones.
And also the porno ones.
Yep.
Especially the port.
Yeah, I've heard that there's a lot of those.
Yeah.
Listen, man, the PC88 and the PC98
We're very hot.
were
We're
very popular.
Very hot.
And it wasn't necessarily for just versions of wizardry. You know what I'm saying? Like, what if wizardry, but all the monsters are ladies, and if you
Lightning
get murdered
Girl
by
Rady.
one, something bad happens to you. Or
The
good,
Rants
depending on your preferences.
franchise.
I should sell stuff.
The Rants franchise is so important to a lot of people that it has its own entry in the 100 most important RPG book.
So rants is porn, right?
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
Oh yes. Like not even. You know what, let's stop talking.
Unabashedly, like one of the most well-known porn games ever made in Japan.
I'll put it this way. Some of those games got like translated in the West in the odds.
And still made decent to good money.
But also anyone I've
Who
said this
tells you that
before,
they play those games for the story?
gameplay, those people are lying to me. And listen,
We're not here to shame you.
I'm
admit
here to
it.
shame you.
Just admit that you're playing it for the porn. It's okay. You don't need to
I-
hide.
See, that
Listen.
reminds me. Recently, I looked on Steam and I saw a game that was like, you'll like this if you liked Slay the Spire. And I looked at it on the main page. It's like, oh, this is a Slay the Spire like. And then it goes one more photo in, and it's just porn.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
Steam
Yeah,
and
the most
GOG
porn.
have given up. They've given up.
You know what? Kudos.
There's nothing wrong with just giving up and letting the hardcore pornography happen.
I mean, there are. It makes the discoverability problems on Steam even worse. Because there's
Yeah.
now just a bunch of low effort pornography.
Some high effort pornography too.
Yeah, let me tell you.
Can you name some high effort pornography on Steam for the viewers?
Visual novels that have a all ages version, and then also have a version that's like.
The version you won't play.
And
Yeah,
then,
but,
yeah, you have to buy
Like,
a pass from an
this
external.
just, Well, all of you supported my temp banning and moderation on the Discord for the deep listens.
Yeah,
When I tried to educate you guys about the Sword Art Online.
I'm,
Oh,
I don't
I'm
necessarily
very happy
support you
that
get-
the Sword Art
listen.
Online guy
I didn't support
So-
you getting banned for that. I just wanted an
Wait,
explanation.
you're banned? I thought it was just
how that
deleted.
happened.
He just got whacked.
Yeah, banned.
He got
Yeah,
whacked on the wrist.
like
Yeah.
the whole thing with all the anime cum, that's got deleted.
I listen.
I'm
I
sorry, the
didn't know
what?
that. What's his name? Reki Kawahara. Is that the SAO guy?
That man has never been within
Like,
10 meters of a sexual situation in his entire life.
to his credit, hey, better to write your own official stuff rather
Uh-huh.
than relying on the Dojin marketplace, right? So ZP, you are that stuff is from to be clear, like a side
Oh, it's a
SAO.
side optional like thing.
written by
extra
the
thing.
author of SAO
Yes.
as like a hey, here's a fun thing for the fans.
For the real
Right.
real fan.
Which is exactly what they did for Fate Stay, which is what they did with literally
Oh,
every
just like a bonus disc thing.
Yeah, it's like a bonus disc where it's like, what if they fucked?
Go on. Okay, so I'm going to attempt to deal with
But
the
yeah,
lizard.
anyways, I'm just saying, like, there's an adult version of almost every single big, huge visual novel.
Lizard man!
Your
Eat
favorite
it!
enemy. Just look at him. He's
Eat
so
it!
beautiful. He's
Ah,
got a big-
God!
Look at those thighs, man. Look at those fucking
Yeah,
thighs.
eat
man.
shit,
those
lizard
men
man.
have been lifting.
Where's the other one? There's another one here. Where is he? There you are. You're mine
He's
now.
Thick,
Ah!
dude. God damn. What kind of squat regiment are you doing to get that shit?
I killed
Live
two
your
lizard
best
men.
life, man.
Is there a third lizard man? Another lizard. Took a fireball hit to the back earlier. Has to be a lizard man around here somewhere.
Are lizard men known for their fireballs?
Apparently. Ah, here he is. You bastard! Eat it! Eat it!
Yeah, this is good video games.
Oh, there's another one.
See,
Firing off.
The thing I genuinely love about specifically this very first King's Quest is just like y'all like the jankiest flat shaded polygons imaginable.
Hey, there's textures.
Like if you
Ah,
were,
God.
if you were to tell me that this leads to Dark Souls, I would say you're lying. You're lying to me. There's no.
I don't know, man.
I'll
I can
believe
see
you.
it. I see that line.
The line is very clear to me, and my write-up will be coming at some point. Truth mirror. That seems important. It's in the locked chest, though. Oh, I need the in-game key for that. Oh, that's lame. That's... Right. Up. Killed all those lizard men. Accomplished now. I got that true. There's now gonna learn water magic. Empty. Okay, what am I supposed to do now? The harp. How do I get to the harp? I can step. Ah. Oh, it's over there. I'll get there. Okay.
Did a new Saints Row come out?
Last year, yeah.
Yeah, Saints Row.
Yeah, last year.
It's the Zoomer
It
Saints
came
Row.
out on Steam because the Epic exclusivity period was up. It's bad.
Okay.
It's apparently like awful.
I just heard it was mediocre. You were just mad at it for.
But I don't trust people who are like, I guess I would put it this way: I don't trust adult people who are like, Saints Row is my favorite franchise.
I just want a mindless, fun experience where I'm shooting my guns and riding my
I was
cars with my
13 when
buddies.
GTA San Andreas came out.
The best San Andreas is San Andreas because
Best San Andreas of San Andreas?
Yeah.
yeah.
Did you know that they've already modded CJ into Armored Core?
Good.
Ooh.
You can make the robot CJ if you'd like.
Good.
Ah,
need-
Oh
we need
shit. Here we go again.
Do we need a time to CJ trope? Just how long it takes for someone to mod CJ into a game?
Is CJ the new 1-1?
He might be.
Sure.
I hope so.
Ah, shit. Here we go again.
Oh, this was the. Got very slowly. This is the correct path to take. Through you. I guess I should wait for my power to recharge. But then I lose the rhythm. There we go. Okay. So it's this hallway? Yes, it's hallway. Okay, it's this hallway. Go down this hallway. There's a wizard at the end. There are wizards in here. Oh, am I alone?
What do you mean you alone?
Oh, okay. I thought everyone dropped.
No.
I'm
still
also here.
Alright, yeah. So there's a
I'm-
wizard here.
All right.
And he wants a truth mirror. I'm completely disinterested in exterminating monsters and balancing money. I have no intention of helping you. I will teach you magic in exchange for a mirror of truth.
But what if you just murder him?
Can't. Can't hurt.
Oh, it doesn't allow you to do that?
Ah. So in other words, lame. Alright, so do I
Yeah.
have... Oh, I have healing... Hot damn, I have healing magic now. That's nice. Try it out.
Seems like a very oddly specific healing spell.
What do you mean?
Well, when you look at the description, it just says your wounds caused by monsters are healed.
Hey, that's environmental storytelling. That's storytelling using the descriptions of things to add flavor to the world around you.
I'm just wondering if it's literal. Like, if you, like, twist your ankle, will this spell not work?
It's up to your interpretation. Vati video coming soon.
All right.
Okay.
So it says here that the healing caused is wounds against monsters. Now this was probably used in the old times by Gwyn and the Knights of the Flame.
Okay, so I haven't finished Dark Souls 3, but if Dark Souls 3 ended with them just starting Kingsfield 1, would that be cool?
Yes.
Hmm.
Oh, wrong button. Well, so the Kingsfield franchise takes place on an island kingdom, I think. Verdia?
Mm-hmm.
Verdite, something like that. And it's a bad place where bad things happen. So this could be in the world of Dark Souls, just somewhere else entirely.
I mean, I was always
I
under
thought the
impression that
implication
they
in-
were just
I thought the
making stuff up
implication
as they go along.
I thought the implication in Dark Souls 3 was that the world's over. It's ended. It's over. There's no bringing it back ever.
So maybe
This
this is a
I mean,
prequel.
there's the implication at the end of the DLC that some people have looked into,
Or something.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
where it's like, are they implying that the world of Bloodborne is just inside this girl's painting? Anyway, I like how absolutely fucked up that game is.
What, DS3? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't beaten it, but I did get to the part where you just find that other Firelink shrine, and I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
a great thing. Dark Souls 3 isn't actually that long, honestly. Like,
No, it's not. And if I'm being honest, I probably would have beaten it if not for the whole, like, At a certain point, I look things up, and when I say I look things up, I look up stupid shit like what's the soul meta, and then I get annoyed and stop playing the game.
I don't look up metas of games. If I have to look up the meta to finish a game, I don't want to play it.
No, it's not that. It's not that I want to know the meta to finish the game. It's like I look up if I level up past this level, will people start or stop invading me? And it's like, okay, well,
All that stuff.
yeah, it's kind of annoying. I kind of wish they would just get rid of that. Like if someone who's level 300 invades me and murders me, fine, I don't care. Do it. That's on me.
You could also just turn off invasions.
Well, yeah, but what I'm saying is like I don't like that the multiplayer restricts your leveling.
Yeah.
I just want to level. I don't want to worry that I leveled my stats too much and now I don't see human beings.
To kind of add to this, I wish there was a way to just completely opt out of the whole raid mechanic or like the weird online stuff of
I mean, just play
from
offline.
games.
Play them offline.
I just wish
Yeah,
you just could.
You just put the password on.
There's also literally just a play this offline button in all the menus now.
Yeah, but guess what? Back in the day, not
That
that
wasn't there.
easy.
All right. So what you do is you disconnect your PS3 from the internet, right? And then you download some save files, right? And then you have 10 million souls to use, and you can just fuck around with the game. That's how you
Or
play
what
Dark
you do
Souls.
is when you're playing Demon Souls in the PS3 and someone invades you, you freak out and unplug your Ethernet cable and run away
Yes.
from the room, just never coming back inside again.
From the
Yes.
internet.
I mean,
You run
when
away
I
from the
played
internet.
when I played Dark Souls 2 the first time, which did not have a go offline feature, I put it behind a firewall.
There you go.
Ah!
The best way to solve that problem.
This firewall protects me from the dark spirits.
Yes. Dark spirits are full of scraping armor, but they do not have my Wi-Fi password, so they cannot get through.
Their
Cannot get in
NAT
my
is
network.
not good enough.
No. So, I see you're killing these trees faster than you once were.
Yeah, well, these trees are stronger than the trees on the first floor, but I've also leveled up a bit by fighting lizard men.
Let's see. Did you earn the ability to see your HP?
I know, I've always had that,
That's always been there.
but I
Okay.
just got the ability to get a healing spell. It was nice.
Oh, sick. The last time I was watching, you had an MP and a magic meter, but I did not see an HP and a power meter.
Oh no, that was there. I think there might have been like a window thing for you.
Okay.
Hey, see, so I can actually use magic to heal. Oh, I also have this. This poison.
From a menu?
Yeah,
What?
I know.
Tree's not mauling you as you're trying to navigate these menus. This isn't a From game.
Oh, so there's no one in
So-
here but save point.
There's a cross.
Yeah,
It's a save point?
Yep. I'm not going to
Sick.
save because it crashes the game. As you do.
That's a problem.
That's probably an emulation error.
Ah,
I'd like to think it's
authentic.
not. That's just how the game works.
Yeah. Oh, this is an interesting setup. Okay, hey, buddy!
Is that thing just a swarm of bees? Just a walking
it's a
swarm of
golem.
bees?
He hits for a lot. He hits for a lot.
These animations are incredible.
This game was made in like 6 months in 1994.
Oh god, it just falls over.
Yeah. Oh, hey, here's an elf lady.
Is she a people? Can you talk to her?
Yeah, I've waited for you. In the deep darkness, the game becomes more and more powerful. Our strength will not hold for long. Please come to us as soon as possible. Sure. Oh, bye.
Deuces.
I mean, she had no eyes, so she's definitely trustworthy.
As Christopher Walken once said, the eyes are the windows to your face.
Yes.
As
Nicely.
Christopher Walken said, Winston Churchill once said.
Winston Churchill, he once said, more cowbell.
Etc. Etc.
Churchill once said, the eyes are the windows of your face. I don't know where that man's accent comes from, because I think he's just from New York.
There's like a very specific neighborhood, isn't there?
Further proof that people from New York aren't real people.
It's true.
They're just like, I went to a bodega.
They're so special. This is the only place
They're
to get them.
definitely not convenience stores in other parts of the
It's
country.
the water. That's what makes our pizza dough better.
The Hudson River is full of piss and bodies.
And that piss
I mean,
is
that's
what
just
makes
true.
pizza good.
The Hudson River has seen better days. That's true.
I've heard of things being
what does
filled
that
with
do?
piss and vinegar, but this is a whole new
Ah.
way of putting that on.
Hutton. I got a big golem boy.
Hey,
after
at
me.
least it's not Ohio. You know, I mean, Ohio polluted their river so much that it caught on fire.
It sure did.
And they won't shut up about it.
But if you talk to Philadelphians about fucking Santa Claus, they get their feelings hurt pretty quick.
I mean, Philadelphians get their
Dude, they're
feelings
like-
hurt like pretty. It seems.
We booed Santa Claus one time, and you guys won't let us forget about it. Yeah, one time was enough.
No, booing Santa Claus seems like the most Philadelphia thing I can imagine.
Yeah, there's every year around Christmas time, they will rerun the story of the time Philadelphia Eagles fans threw snowballs at Santa Claus.
Again, that sounds very on brand.
It was. They were having a bad game in the middle of a bad season, and Santa was giving out gifts, I think, and like a stadium Santa Claus who was on the field. And so there was snow in the stands. Philadelphia fans started pelting him with snowballs from the stands,
As you
and
do.
he ran off the field.
I see nothing wrong with this.
How dare this man try to make people happy and cheerful? Get out of here.
Elton. 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 Okay. That's... We're all in this dungeon. Looking for my father? I think that's the plot. I mean, if your dad went into a murderous graveyard dungeon full of monsters, go after him
Why did he go in there?
to get a thing. I think.
Like what thing?
No, some kind of thingy.
Um,
kind of thingamajig that the ancient undead king has at the bottom.
Like, was he trying to do something significant for somebody, or was he going to the Bass Pro Shop on the other side?
I think he was like on a quest of some kind. It's usually a quest of some kind. Oh, cool, an arrow trap. I love the... So... I'm not going to be able to get past this.
Yeah? Why?
Well, let me quick save. Ow, 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 ow. That's why. So, there's a thing
Yeah,
over there, but I guess I don't need it.
That's a lot of arrows.
It is a lot of arrows. Correct. Yeah. Yeah, I'm
Doesn't
not...
really seem to be an opening in that.
No, there isn't. Well, this was fun. Okay, where do I go next? I've got this side of the thing. Got the water magic. I just need to cross the bottomless pit. Thing to do that. How do I get the... Gotta go to the last area of the level. I head back up to for my stuff, though. Probably should. It's a teleport wand? Like a teleport wand. That's convenient.
Where does it teleport you to?
Entrance to the level. Which is nice. Find a harp? I need a harp. Cross the bottomless pit to get to the third level. Alright, well, I'm almost on level 2 out of 5. That's pretty good. the progress. It was like 2 hours to get through level 1, and like an hour to get through level 2.
How many levels?
5.
Hmm.
It's not
You
much.
don't seem to be hating your time in this game.
It's
Yeah.
the first
It-
the first
it's-
half hour is borderline impossible. You basically have to restart the game a few times.
But that's genre appropriate.
That is genre appropriate.
It is even genre appropriate in like mystery dungeon games where the hardest part is getting past the 1 to 2 hour mark. But once you get past the 1 to 2 hour mark and get decent equipment, for the most part, you do okay.
Yeah, so this is like a, I guess, typical late 80s, early 90s dungeon crawler in terms of design. And the thing is, dungeon crawlers back then hated you and wanted you to die. So this was very
They sure
normal.
did, but that's why they accrued, for whatever reason, that's why they accrued a pretty strong population of people who liked them even in Japan.
Especially Japan. They love this stuff.
Do you,
So-
you feel like you've played this before? Like in some form?
I mean, Elder Scrolls Arena.
Elder Scrolls Arena, Stonekeep.
You know, I mean, even like those first-person, like tile-based dungeon crawlers from the similar. It's just free. You know, like in the original Megami Tensei, you have to always go back up to the first level, shops and talk to people and save and do stuff. Similar thing here. It's just standard design. It's just, I guess, Miyazaki wanted to keep calling back to this design and never stop. And now everyone does that these days.
Yeah.
And we're supposed to have moved on past this. It's like taking all of the, standards and practices accrued over decades of experience in an industry and throwing it out the window because return with a V. That's my main issue. Souls game. That's something. Anyway, so another fun fact I read about this game that may or may not be true. Sony did not believe in it at first. So they only printed 20,000 copies because they're publishing it for From. But it gained a strong word of mouth and online message boards.
Are you telling me that history repeats itself?
You mean the bulletin board system?
No, this is '94. By that point in time, the internet was a thing.
Yeah, we
Of
were
the
talking
World
about
Wide Web.
Usenet at the very least.
Yeah, well, I guess like Japanese Usenet. It got popular there because there's some nerds who liked how fucked it was. And it ended up selling like 200,000 copies overall.
So are you telling me that 20 years later, when From Software was like, hey, we want to make this Demon Souls thing, and Sony was like, yeah, we don't think this is going to sell very well in America.
I mean, Demon Souls didn't sell that well in America by Sony standards.
It did
I mean,
not.
Atlas published it, and they seemed
Yeah,
happy with it
but it did well enough to
to make a sequel.
It also made the PlayStation Greatest Hits line, so
yeah.
I mean, eventually it sold a lot because Dark Souls came along.
I imagine the greatest hits thing is because it went back after that.
A lot of people also, a lot of people imported the Southeast Asian version.
What?
I mean that version did just have English, right?
Yeah.
Like, my understanding is a lot of Southeast Asian versions or international versions, whatever they call them over there.
Oh, yeah.
It's why my
Actually,
copy of Super Robot
so-
Wars V is in English.
I can actually talk about this. Fun fact, for the longest time, Japanese game developers and Japanese anime companies didn't really have a lot of enthusiasm about printing DVDs because in the United States, as most of you know, there's a certain pertinent clientele for especially anime and Japanese role-playing games that would prefer to have the games with subtitles and the original voice acting. So here's the problem. United States DVD costs are significantly lower than they are in Japan. So it was actually for the longest time, like from the late 90s to the early 2000s, it was cheaper for Japanese people to buy DVDs on, say, eBay or Amazon, early onset of Amazon, buy the US version, and then buy
Their
some sort of...
NTSC.
And that, well, once that shit went away, it was like even cheaper to like the American English. So you would have the English version and then also a subtitled Japanese version. And so that's why, you know, the anime industry seeing, oh, you Americans don't buy DVDs anymore. Thank fucking God.
Okay.
Do you think there's a weird subset of Japanese people that buy the American DVDs, watch the dub, and read the Japanese
Absolutely.
subtitles?
We talked about it. There is the reversed weeaboo. That's a total...
The
that
people in Japan
Wow, what the
really
hell?
like airsoft guns and Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Well,
Real thing.
I mean, airsoft guns are cool.
I think you just described Jeff Gersman.
Stop spamming
The Jeff
fireball.
Gerstmann, story where he talks about going to Japan pre 9/11 and buying
Oh yeah. Yeah, that story.
buying airsoft guns and everyone else freaking out. That's pretty funny.
And then the Japanese
Yeah, and
scared
Japanese
people didn't
customs
care.
not caring.
I have an even crazier story that my dad tells. Is he went on a business trip about less than a month after 9/11, and he was flying from, I think, San Francisco to Glasgow, and he had a video projector with a remote and his CPAP machine.
Oh boy.
And he goes through the post 9/11 very early form of TSA, when like there were people with machine guns at the entrances of every single airport.
It's
Goes
America.
super early. That's how my dad works. He's always super early to his flight, like upwards of like an hour and a half is considered too late for him. So he's like 2 hours early to even just be in the lobby. Gets pulled over by, well, no, he got to Glasgow, and it was
Glasgow.
Scottish paratroopers surrounded him and then asked that he follow them to a room. And they were like in full suits, asking him, what is this device right here? And they're pointing to his projector. It's like, it's a projector. It's like, well, you need to show us. And then he had to like very nervously show that it was an actual projector, as he's like, I was like moments away from going to jail.
Having a projector?
Scottish jail, they deep
It was-
fry you.
It was about 2 to 3 weeks after 9/11.
No, but like at the end of the day, he had a.
It was a projector. It
Help!
was a
I need
projector.
a hand, Heinz.
Also, the CPAP machine, for whatever reason, is not a common medical device in Scotland, so they were confused about that as well.
Explains a
Tubing
lot.
and stuff like that.
I'm just gonna keep making jokes about how they'll caber toss you and they'll deep fry you.
Is that a haggis joke? Is that what that is?
No, everything in Scotland. Apparently, Scottish cuisine is literally just everything is deep fried.
Huh.
Isn't that
I mean,
just
that makes
what?
sense.
That's what Justin eats a lot, right? That's what the
Just
South
Southern
eats.
cuisine.
Yeah, that's just all cuisine is.
Are you saying that the Scots in the South are the same?
I mean, the Scots pretty extensively settled the southeast.
Wait, I
Yeah.
should take that back. Grits aren't deep fried. We need to take that back a little bit.
Tend not to be deep fried. Yes. I doubt that they would be good deep fried. Also.
Oh, here's a guy.
I actually don't like grits.
I'm sure deep fried grits is a thing somewhere.
Deep fried.
Dragon
anything
tree
is-
fruit cures all
is a
kinds of
thing
diseases.
somewhere.
Please trade yours for my
fried
harp.
Kool-Aid.
Harp's music has a serious power. Surely it'll lead someplace. Okay, so
I will say that I thought that deep fried butter was a lot better than I thought it would be.
Monsters here are so
That's-
tough that the king's soldiers couldn't even stand up to them. I don't even have weapons, so I can do. Let's stay put. How did he get here? Did I trade it? Oh yeah, I did trade it. I have the harp now. Yeah, I have the harp now. Okay, so I have the harp. I have the harp. The harp is mine.
I do like how they don't give you a choice. He just says we should trade it, and then it already happens.
Yeah, I mean, you know, choice boxes and dog boxes are hard. They take time.
Yeah, that's
make,
true.
So have it happen. Or am I done on this? Done on this full. Much. Okay. So let's. I feel like I'm cheating using the dragon rod.
I mean, the game gives you the dragon rod, so
It's
not
in the
cheating.
game.
It's in the game.
It's a from game. If they give it to you, use it.
Yeah.
You're dealing with a proto version of the Drake sword.
Yep.
Don't even mention the
I'm
Drake sword.
told if it's in the game, it's not cheating.
We say it at the end of the podcast every single time.
It's like those cheats that are in the game.
Yeah.
That is also not cheating.
I'm just surprised that they put like such a humanitarian item, like less than halfway through the game.
So what is so good about this item?
It teleports you to the beginning of the level you're on. You don't have to walk back. It's
Sick.
basically like an escape rope.
That's I do feel like it should be mentioned that that is a very common thing that JRPGs do is teleport.
It's a pretty normal
Like
trope.
Final
but-
Fantasy and Dragon Quest had teleports.
Yeah, but I wasn't expecting something kind from this game.
Yes.
from a
Yeah.
game. Okay, now
Yeah.
you're speaking.
But so
They-
so I think there's a big difference between pre and post Demon Souls FromSoft.
Sure. I mean, I would even argue that some of those Armored Core games pre Demon Souls did not have some of the rougher edges. Like,
Well, there's only 2 Armored Core games post Demon Souls.
yeah,
They were starting to make much more quote unquote cinematic games. Like they had
Mhm.
Ninja Blade and stuff like that coming out.
oh right,
They
Ninja
were doing-
Blade.
Yeah,
They
Ninja
were
Blade.
doing
Blade came out
stuff.
the same year as
Demons, Demons and
Demons.
Dark Souls, like those were the games they were throwing shit at the wall, and Demons and Dark Souls are kind of the games that launched them into stardom.
I-
So
I wonder if anyone at From is interested in like making Ninja Blade available again.
Probably
it's
not.
Shit.
It is shit. It is terrible.
I own it. I bought.
happy for you.
I bought a PC key for it from Green Man Gaming.
Hell yeah.
I think it's actually more likely that you'll see them re-release 3D Game Heroes than another Ninja.
That's another
whatever.
weird game that they made where it's
I-
like we're gonna throw everything and see if it sticks. Oh wait, it
I-
didn't. Let's still make one more.
I don't
There-
think
there's
it's
an
gonna-
alternate timeline where Ninja Blade was the biggest game they made.
That's the fun
That's
timeline.
again-
I don't
That's-
think.
That's the Mitt Romney timeline.
No, wait. Shit, that's a good point. Like, From didn't actually develop 3D Game Heroes. They only published it in
Yeah,
Japan.
so
That
does-
was Silicon Studio,
Yeah.
who I think they are not bankrupt. They just went on to become middleware after Square stopped paying them to make Bravely games.
I would really like to see them make another Kingsfield. I don't think it's gonna happen.
All right,
But-
I've seen a quote, like a 5-year-old quote from Miyazaki. Was asked about it, and he said that he wouldn't be comfortable having it made without Naotoshi Zen directly involved, and it's implied that Naotoshi Zen is not going to be involved in any.
So no more Kingsfield.
Probably not. No.
Oh no.
That sucks. Cause we are too short on first-person dungeon crawlers.
Speaking of, at some point I will go back to
How-
that.
How are you like? If you were to put Pillars of Eternity 2 and Legend of Grimrock 2 next to each other, which one would you prefer?
Huh. It is a difficult question to answer. I don't know which one I would prefer yet. I mean, Grimrock, it's just like, what? First off, I'm not playing Grimrock in a normal way.
I know that.
So, like, I don't really know how I would take it if I wasn't treating it like it was a fucking roguelike or something.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's nice.
I think I like the moment-to-moment gameplay. What do
Ah,
you
it's a
think?
skeleton.
That game? I think I like this game more. I think I like Pillars more.
Are you guys just playing these games for funsies, or is this actually going to turn into a podcast? Is what I want to know.
One of these will turn into a podcast. One of them. will
Like
not.
soon, because you're already doing Idol, Golden Idol.
Yeah, it'll
So-
be in after Golden Idol because
Really? Ah, okay. Well.
Pillars of Eternity would take too long.
All right, level 3.
Isn't it?
So wait, you're gonna do
Pillars
Pillars of Eternity 2?
As is traditional.
Yeah, just skip the first game entirely.
Skip the first game. First games are for idiots. Into the
Oh,
second
this is a
game.
different texture. Look at this. They changed the texture slightly. Oh god, it's a fireball.
Just dodge.
Are these
Brayden, what
are
if we
these
counter
are these
program
armored?
and
Oh,
play
these are
Pillars
just
of Eternity 1 for our podcast?
I'd do
Ah.
that.
Oh wow,
I
this is
thought I
hardcore
heard
now.
you play Pillars 1 in Discord.
I'm
Brayden, what
paralyzed.
if
What
you
the
used
fuck?
Pick to counter
Are
program?
those Cyber Knights dual wielding axes?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah,
Brayden, seriously, actually think about it.
I thought we were doing a fan pick next.
We are doing a fan pick.
Oh no.
Or, let's be honest. What if we did Anthem next?
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna probably end up getting Game Pass for Starfield anyway.
Boy,
Despite all of
That's
your
intense.
consternation and your complaints about how you
Uh huh.
About how BioWare hasn't made a good game in
Bethesda.
13 years.
No, I thought that you weren't gonna play Starfield.
No, my feeling on Starfield is the barrier to entry to play Starfield is so low. I'm going to at least give it a look.
Well, remember, you have to, like, buy a pass to... it's complicated, whatever.
I thought you had
Heard
to
of
buy, like,
Game Pass?
Oh,
I
no,
thought
wait,
that-
that's right. If you want early access on the Game Pass version, you have to,
Pay
right.
them. Yeah,
You have to pay
I
I'm not
$40.
going to pay them.
$35 version.
Fireball. Ah, fireball.
I'm disappointed that Gino missed the ending of Panzer Dragoon Saga.
It was very good. It
Yeah.
made me laugh a lot.
What is
Ah, there's a guy.
deal?
It turns out that the protagonist was dead, and we as the player were controlling them.
Oh, they can damage each
And-
other.
And
No,
the true
they can
hero
damage
was
each
the
other.
player. Us. And then they use the name that you name your save files, which in my case was
Yeah. And then Edge looks
Ow.
at the screen and says, "It was you this whole time."
Right, so
And then he
you,
says,
the
"Press the
player,
button."
are
Yes.
puppeteering this dead guy,
Or
basically.
puppeteering the dead guy who got shot at the start of the game.
And he looks at the screen and he says, "Press the button."
Oh, right. So the screen goes black after previously. So the dragon who you need to defeat says, "I must be defeated by the divine player, and the player must hit a
The
button.
Divine Visitor.
The divine
The
visitor.
divine visitor must hit
Oh.
a button to truly defeat me, the ultimate evil." And then the screen goes black, and
Oh.
until you hit a button, the screen stays completely black.
And that's
This is cool.
It's incredible.
what button? Just any button?
But
Any button.
It says press the any key, and then Homer Simpson says, "Where's the any key?"
I have been asked that question. It made me die inside.
was it an older person or a younger person?
It's an older person.
course it was an older person.
It was when I was working on registers over the phone.
But it was
That's pretty
incredible. It was amazing. I loved it.
It sounds very father-daughter, mother-daughter clone. Or
Yeah, it was
Baby
close. It
daughter
was not
clone.
quite there. Yeah.
The
Anyways, it was
best-
good.
The best question I've ever been asked while doing tech support is when someone called about their scanner being broken on their register, and I said, "Is your scanner wired or wireless?" And they said, "How will I know that?"
oh no.
I mean, how would they know that?
Tell us.
I
I,
suppose-
I was stunned for a solid minute trying to figure out how to explain it. And I do not remember what I said because this was years ago.
Do you see a wire?
Is there a wire coming out of the bottom of it?
Is there a wire before you?
If you
Yeah.
throw it, does it come back?
Is it a yo-yo?
Is anything? Oh, okay. Oh, that's annoying. Oh yeah, that's.
Ugh. I didn't actually think that Edge was dead though. I think it was just a
Like you were puppeteering Edge.
A lot of good.
yeah.
Then why does he disappear at the end of the game and then, like in Orda, there's multiple
Oh.
characters that say they couldn't find him?
Because he gets absorbed into Sestrin.
Yeah, I guess you're right. He does get absorbed.
Sounds great. How is the game as a game though? Like beyond, it
Oh,
sounds like
no,
it was
absolutely.
not that.
It's
before this.
wait, which one? My
It
game or
sounds
his
like
game?
Saga.
Your game. It sounds
Saga.
like Saga was not so nuts until you got to.
No, it has its moments. It has its moments of like, oh shit, this character gets a redemption arc out of nowhere and it's totally unearned. It has its moments. I might actually end up siding with Jeff in terms of saying that Panzer Dragoon Saga might actually have a better first disc than Final Fantasy, any of the Final Fantasy games in the PS1 era.
Which
problem
is
is
which
it
is
came
weird
out
because the
me.
first discs are always the best parts of those games.
No, yeah, I think that the sense of exploration, the freedom, the weird marriage of like just
Weird marriage?
flying and RPGing, and then it's actually kind of a fun, like the whole. Jatsu can maybe back me up. The whole like movement-based combat system is actually one of the more fun JRPG combat systems I've ever interacted with. Like it's more of a rhythm game than anything else.
I think it's a very cool twist on an active time battle style for sure.
It's pretty cool. It's like it's a very cool RPG. Even beyond.
I mean, I like the bit
weirdness.
where the credits play and they didn't translate the credits because they didn't have time.
Yeah, the entire
Literally did
end
not.
credits are in Japanese.
Sick.
Oh, there's two of them
Like,
here.
many times the translation is just making shit up, I assume because they were tired and they're like, I don't know, man, just write something down.
Or like this is close enough to the intended meaning.
Yeah.
Except a character says "I love you" in the subtitles, despite the fact that she says clearly in Japanese, "Good luck."
Close enough.
Nanate and Aishiteru sound the exact same, so I don't know.
Yeah. They're basically the same thing. Or maybe that was just what the translator was saying to the other translator. It was like, this is the last line, and he says, I love you, and they just put it in the game. I love you, man. We did it.
And that was a lot of guys. Where the hell am I now? Oh, I went that way. Ah, no, that's a fireball. Oh, that's a drop. That's no fun. I think I'm running out of steam for today.
There's a gold
That's
piece.
fair.
There's a what? Oh, there's a gold piece?
Understandable.
I thought I saw a gold piece on the ground at the top of those stairs.
There might have been.
Not those
Oh, yeah, there you go. Good eyes. Well, is anyone else streaming?
Joku's playing Warframe.
Okay, I could only want to deal with the guys. All right, I'm going to.
We love the Joku.
Put on blast.
Get out of here. I'm gonna get out of
Those
here.
guys.
Okay. Start the level. Save. I've made level 50. On floor 3 out of 5. Not bad, almost halfway through the game. Whew. Okay. Well, so let's rip. Alright, it's been fun. I'll probably be back on this on Tuesday.
All right.
All right.
Nice. Enjoy.
All right.
Oh, alrighty. Time to pass out.
Oh, that was
Have a good
fun.
night.
Bye.
Have a good one.
Talk to y'all later.